no matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You messed it up.
Caitlin Clark got an offer from Europe that could forever impact the WNBA. The league may not recover from this as her departure seems close. They probably should have treated their main star better. Now Caitlin might seriously hurt the WNBA, and who would watch without?
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Commentators left Caitlin with no choice. The constant negativity toward her is too much. She deserves a fresh start in a league that truly respects top athletes and protects them from being targeted.
She will do her best. I know she's talented, but she's not strong enough, and she doesn't have enough experience right now to compete at this.
According to reports, Caitlin Clark has been offered a huge contract to play in Europe, and while she seems ready to agree, there is more behind it. Despite her fame, praise, and clear influence on the sport, Caitlin has struggled in the WNBA, from poor player protection to limited support during games. These issues have led to what might be a truly shocking move. Caitlin is finally done with how she's been handled in the WNBA, and after countless setbacks, she's now choosing to leave the league. Her exit could deeply shake the foundation of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark heading to Europe and leaving the WNBA. Let's be honest, the league hasn't always shown her the respect and care a player like her should get. From weak court protection to constant player aggression, or the league's seeming lack of concern, it's clear Clark is done again and again. We've seen rivals get away with rough defense on Clark, often crossing the line with physical and sometimes risky play. It almost feels like the league allowed it to go on without
nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong, when in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only from.
Or you could even say that WNBA let this go on because they know Clark draws attention and boosts viewership, since a bit of controversy sparks conversation. But for Caitlin, the lack of safety has reached a limit. Fans have seen the backlash across social media, from her followers calling for better protection, fairness, and respect for their star. But nothing meaningful has improved. Clark now feels left out, as if the league never cared enough to fix the real problems.
What the NBA became. Even when Jordan was ascending and the league clearly saw that that was the dude, and Nike was marketing the living hell out of Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. It was still burning, man.
And Caitlin Clark is finally hearing her fans after facing unfair treatment and targeting season after season. She's tired of the league's lack of action and has chosen to take control of her path by leaving the WNBA. Clark now wants a new journey where her skill, drive, and impact on the sport will truly be seen as they always should have been. Now, let's talk about the fallout. There's no reason to hide the truth. The WNBA is heading for a major setback, and it's all because they failed to value how vital Caitlin Clark was to their growth. Without her, the league will quickly feel the loss in both viewership and revenue. From casual fans to serious basketball lovers, everyone tuned in when Caitlin Clark was playing because she brought massive attention to the
making a basketball argument. You were making a basketball argument.
We're not saying we were making a basketball
No, Andrea, I'm not going to let you do that.
Go ahead,
Andrea, I'm not going to let you make it seem like Caitlin Clark was averaging 5 points a game. At the time, she was still averaging 16 points a game, which was more than a lot of other guards that made the team. So don't do that. Don't make it seem like she was averaging 5 points and this was like a handout.
No, it wasn't a handout.
Look at her numbers. Look at her numbers comparable to the other guards that were on the team. That's all.
WNBA now faces the huge challenge of replacing what was lost with her exit. Sure, players like DJ Carrington and Angel Reese have talent, but let's be honest, they don't bring the same power or presence Clark had. This isn't to downplay their skills. Both are great athletes. But Caitlin Clark was on a different level. She wasn't just an athlete, she was a force, and people didn't just follow the WNBA, they followed her for her fearless shooting, game-changing plays, and intense drive, which made her impossible to ignore. The real impact of the Caitlin Clark era is just hitting the WNBA. Losing her could mean losing millions from tickets, gear, TV deals, and major sponsors. It will hurt badly, and the worst part is, it didn't have to happen. The league had every chance to honor Clark as their top star, protect her during games, and offer her real backing, but they didn't. Single
watching women's basketball right now, it all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
They let the issues grow worse, and now they'll have to face the cost. The WNBA is about to find out what they truly lost, so Caitlyn's exit becomes a major shift. That could deeply hurt the league's future. What exactly has Caitlin Clark been offered overseas? The numbers being mentioned are enough to stop anyone in place. The deal she's been offered, based on multiple reports, is far beyond anything the WNBA has ever paid. In the Euro League, where players are treated like stars, Caitlyn is being given a rare and life-changing opportunity. The choice to go abroad almost made itself with a possible team ready, and besides making much more money, she'll also get to play fewer games, giving her more rest, recovery, and peak performance.
That she was getting all of that, yet all of these eyeballs were coming to the league because of her. They were turning, the Indiana Fever was turning away games into home.
Along with offering Caitlyn a deal, Europe is also giving her the chance to be the face of the entire league picture. Caitlyn walking onto the court, the lights dimming and thousands of fans shouting with energy, the sound of the crowd shaking the arena as she lines up for a deep three. But this time, it's not just about basketball. The fans are there for her. The Euro League understands this and is prepared to present her as their top star, treating her like the global icon she truly is.
Viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 decades.
Not just about Europe giving Caitlyn a new stage to dominate, it's also about turning her into the biggest basketball star in the world, with packed arenas full of loyal fans cheering and admiring her every move. Europe is ready to help Caitlin Clark shine more than ever as she steps into a new chapter of greatness. But she's not the only one making big moves. Other WNBA players are also seeking better options by heading overseas. For example, reports say Caitlyn is going to Europe, while Kelsey Mitchell and Melissa Smith are set to play in China during their break. WNBA players are slowly following this path as they realize that playing internationally offers not just higher pay but also far better overall treatment when it comes to salary and player experience. The WNBA simply can't compete with what other leagues Providence
could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games, and the
players like Caitlin, Kelsey, and Melissa are realizing the benefits of fewer games, more recovery time, and higher pay, making the choice to go overseas almost obvious. When you look at the schedule, pay, and player support abroad, it's clear why more athletes are following this route. While all this unfolds, Jason Whitlock thinks Caitlyn should lead an elite league where top players compete during the WNBA's offseason. This would mean players like Kelsey Mitchell and Alyssa Smith wouldn't need to leave the country to earn. Instead, they could make a living in the U.S. through a star-studded league, offering better chances and helping turn rising talent into success. We have amazing young players coming up, but they're not getting the pay they should. Instead, they rely on sponsorships. But this new league concept brings a whole new angle back to Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. This move should be a serious alert for women's basketball. The league risks losing not just Caitlin Clark, but many top stars if they don't improve how they treat and pay their players. They could see a wave of exits. The truth is simple: players don't need to accept less when international leagues give them far more. If the WNBA wants to stop a deeper talent loss, they need to change their focus.
Do you care?
Most surprising part of this entire situation is that the WNBA didn't seem to make much effort to keep Caitlin Clark. There was no major move, no standout offer, nothing that showed how much she meant to the league. Instead, they basically let her walk away without resistance, which is a confusing choice. The WNBA let Clark slip away, even though she could have been the biggest name in American sports and a rare once-in-a-generation talent. This is a huge error for a league that's been trying to grow its audience and compete at a higher level.
All of this comes together and you need a star. And
the WNBA will likely regret this decision, and it will hurt them financially. The Caitlin Clark effect was real. Unlike any player in recent history, she was lifting the league's visibility, attracting fresh fans and generating excitement. With her departure, the WNBA must now accept the hard truth that they're no longer the top spot for the world's best players. Clark was gaining fame and bringing energy and focus the league hadn't experienced in years. Other leagues are offering stronger deals. The WNBA's claim to be the top level in women's basketball is now unstable because of Clark's exit. These leagues are more attractive thanks to better care and lighter schedules. The WNBA will have to work hard to recover from this major loss.
Molly, I said...
Really, Molly? Wow.
It seems like this entire season, she was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches, media people, so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough. Her fans were the issue. Fever fans were
The entire basketball world is about to shift for Caitlin Clark with her move to Europe. This is a huge opportunity for her to grow her career in a place where her skills will be fully valued, well paid, and she'll be treated like the star she truly is both on and off the court. Her game will reach new levels on a bigger platform for the WNBA. Though this is a total setback, the league is likely to face major drops in viewers' income and fan interest after losing one of its top players. And now they must face the consequence.
Has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so.
You guys think people would prefer to watch Caitlin Clark shooting three-pointers from the logo and sinking them, or Angel Reese doing two-footed layups? Like, y'all are so desperate to make her so relevant. She's just lucky she's in the same draft class as Caitlin.
The question now is whether the WNBA can recover from this major setback, or if it signals the beginning of a deeper crisis. For the league, Caitlin Clark's exit isn't just about one star leaving. It highlights the league's difficulty in retaining top talent when better pay and treatment are available abroad. Also subscribe to see more videos today.